Welcome back. The great-nephew of Indiana-born criminal John Dillinger is working to get his body exhumed. Travis Thompson and former reporter Joe Melillo joined us for our unfiltered conversation about the Digging Up Dillinger podcast that just dropped this weekend. Joe, Travis, thanks so much for being here. Joe, always good to see you. Always good to have you in studio once again, sir.
It's like I'm home again.
Yes, it is. Why don't we start with you, Joe? Tell us about the project. I listened to one of the podcasts, fascinating stuff we were talking about before we came on. How did this all get started, and where do we go from here?
Yeah, it really starts with the family history. Travis and his dad looked into the FBI files, and a lot of the files that came back, there's some question marks in them. There's things that lead to more questions than answers, including they were looking for him, the FBI were looking for him after his death. That's a big red flag. So it really started with the FBI files with the family in the family's possession, them doing research, and then really getting to know Travis and his dad, Mike, who's the nephew of John Dillinger. Travis is the great nephew, and being able to look into some other stuff that was going on. The autopsy report is very different from what was known about John Dillinger. There are some question marks about different letters from different officials in the state that were looking for him, or maybe jokingly saying, hey, he's in your city right now. So although this mystery turns 90 years old this year, there's still many questions that nobody really knows. And one of the main question marks is definitely, is he in the grave? Was there an imposter killed on July 22nd, 1934 up in Chicago at the Biograph?
And I know this has become a pet project of you. You got involved in this when you were reporting here, and it became a big story. And Travis, it goes back to the beginning of all of this when you tried to exhume his body, right? But
Yes.
take us back before that. How did this even become a thing for you?
Well, growing up, my grandmother Frances, which is John's baby sister, growing up in that house, going over there, seeing John's picture, going, who's that?
Yeah.
Got me interested. Then I got in law enforcement, and I started, following my career. Then certain things started, getting me interested. Why did they do what they did? Like trying to look at it from the FBI perspective and from the family side and see what happened. Then I started reading books and stuff on the internet. Mm-hmm. Then I requested the FBI files back like 2010.
Yeah.
And I finally got them maybe 6-7 years ago. Reading through those and finding discrepancies, autopsy report, why are they looking for John past his death date. Talking to my father's like, well, maybe he's not really in the ground. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should start looking at trying to do exhuming the body. But prior to that, we were working with History Channel and trying to get a documentary together to do so. First, we were trying to find money. We found the map buried on the family farm.
The what? What did you find?
A map.
A real life map.
A real life
In
map.
Mooresville, right?
Yes.
Where he grew up, right? Where
Yep,
your family's from.
Inside a mason jar from 1934, the Shell gas station map that had a lot of, and it wasn't just of the Indiana, it was the whole United States.
Yeah.
Went all the way up into Canada, dates that went past his death date, which was odd to everyone involved. And then we started looking into the conspiracy about if it's really him or not.
Do you believe it's him at Crown Hill?
Really? Okay. Family-wise, I'd have to look at it like, yeah, I would believe it's him. But law enforcement side, looking at the evidence that's been presented to us, no, I don't believe it's him.
Okay, so I have a couple minutes left, and I want to get into this real quick. What happened to the possibility? I remember we were real close to having it exhumed, right? And then something happened, right? It was stopped.
Yes.
Joe.
Yeah, you think the story is interesting. Well, so did a network television program. They thought it. They started working with Travis and Mike and the family to do this, and they got close, and then let's just say the rails or the wheels came off the rails because of a certain National Bureau of Investigations.
Yes.
At least that's what our opinion is. I mean, look, we don't have the evidence to say that this exactly happened, but we would say that Crown Hill was all for it, and then all of a sudden lawyers came in from somewhere else, and now all of a sudden they weren't into it.
Because, Travis, it's my understanding that they've never stopped a body being exhumed ever before, right?
No, it'd be the first one they have.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the first time ever it was denied.
Fascinating stuff. So when people listen to the podcast, what are they going to learn? Stuff that they haven't seen and stuff they haven't heard, right?
Yeah.
They're going to learn about the journey of us working through when we were doing the TV show, the roadblocks we found, ran into, the evidence that we uncovered. They're going to learn everything that we're doing now and beyond what we're working towards. So, I mean, it's an active working case.
Yeah, first time in history, Phil, that we have the ability to actually get an answer for a mystery that's over 90 years old. I mean, we're not talking about opening a vault and then it be empty. We're talking about looking, there's answers in that grave, and if we can exhume that body, that we're going to find out an answer either way, whether he's there, whether there's no body there, or whether there's a body there and it turns out not to be him. They're all going to reveal something.
I have about a minute left. It is your belief, and I've heard you both say this on in previous interviews and in some reading that I did, that you don't think John Dillinger was as bad as a guy as some people think.
No, listen to my grandmother's story. He was just a big brother to her, and what he wrote home saying, don't believe all the stories in the news, Dad, you know, that I didn't kill anyone. You know, he said he fired his weapon, but he didn't ever shoot anybody. And we can pretty much prove that John did not kill Officer O'Malley in East Chicago when John was in Daytona, Florida.
Based on the FBI files.
Are you getting pushed back on this, Joe, as far as with the podcast?
I mean, not yet, but I'm sure that everybody's going to be coming out with their own opinions. Look, we want to lay it out for you. Digging Up Dillinger podcast. It's the Digging Up Dillinger project. We want to lay it out for everybody. You guys make the decision for yourself. Like, we understand. There's good, there's bad, there's 15 different sides of a story if you look at it the right way. This is your opportunity, our listeners and our viewers, to make a decision for themselves, have the evidence laid out in front of them from people who know it inside and out, and be able to do it. We work with a retired FBI agent and a retired Secret Service agent, as well as Travis. I got 3 different law enforcement entities on the podcast, and then a former reporter. So I think we have a good standing in terms of being able to prove what we're saying.
Episodes drop every Monday.
Every Monday.
4 out right now. Good to see you, Joe.
Thanks,
Always good to
Phil.
see you, sir. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Travis, good to see you.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
Good luck with everything. Keep us posted.
you.
Thanks, guys.
UnPHILtered.
Yes.